Hello, soul lights. Welcome back for another reading connecting in through the Akashic realm and spirit realm. Something new is emerging, and I really got the message. Do this reading, tune in. The information was just streaming through. If you happen to be new here to this channel, an amazing, loving, supportive community, welcome. I welcome you here. I'm Michele. So let's connect in. You probably were drawn in by the thumbnail, so you kind of know the cards. I always say, trust your intuition, your own inner knowing, what you're guided to. Sometimes it's the first card you're guided to, and sometimes that's the opener. There might be messages there for you, especially if you're in the middle of a cycle of some sort or a process, or you've been working on something. That could be the beginning or pertinent information for you in that first connection through the cards. And then if another card or crystal comes through, then that can also give you information. All right, I read in soul stories because that's what we're doing here. I look at the particular soul group of complex of vibrational frequencies and resonance on a soul level and what you're drawing in. So we also tap into the collective, and then I individualize it for the particular individual readings, which I call soul stories. All right, let's connect in. So we have soul story number 1 here, which is Page of Wands, and I am going to put also Zoistite if you want to look at that. Okay, let's look at soul story number 2, Page of Cups, and let's do Chrysocolla is the message I'm getting, and soul story number 3, Page of Swords, Sunstone. So connect in. I will be also tuning to the frequency of the soul, the vibrational frequency, and aligning more to my soul to get the fresher messages. Like, I've already been getting information, but let's see what else comes in as I attune further. Soul story number 1, number 2, number 3. Connect in with me through the meditation, or I will see you in the individual soul stories. All right, soul light. Hello, radiant soul. So I use this time through breath and altering states of consciousness, attuning to the vibrational frequency through my higher self of the soul, and aligning to my individual soul and the collective soul or oversouls of the soul group. Now, activation comes through vibration. It's not the words, it's the vibration of the words, it's the transmission, it's the carrier wave through emotions, energy in motion, and what you receive in between the words. As always, trust your own intuition. There may be predictions. This is looking at the soul blueprint, and understand that you are able to take the energy that is forming and bring conscious choice and awareness on your path at this time. So connecting in through the breath, bringing conscious awareness into the in-breath and out-breath, and centering inside, breathing in up through the portal of light, a foot to 2 feet, 3 feet above the crown chakra. And as you breathe out, relax and extend, expand your awareness. Let your awareness expand in the out-breath. And so this time on your path, something is moving forward, upward, outward. Something is launching. Something is coming into being. A new part of you. Something within your soul experience is being showcased now. You're moving into some kind of position for more soul expression and soul experience at this time. This reading is designed to give guidance, support, assistance, upliftment, inspiration into inspired action, and most importantly, align you to your truth, whatever that is, beyond the words that are said, beyond the reading, to connect in with your own inner knowing, the inner guidance from the higher self the vibrational frequency of extended and expanded consciousness, the navigating principle of your soul, so that the fractal of the soul is taking new shape and form. The geometrics of the soul are shifting and altering for more soul expression and expansion. And you are supporting this, aligned to this now. You are activated through this, aligning for more abundance, prosperity, soul light, wisdom, and unconditional love to express and experience more fully and dynamically. Hello, beautiful soul. Okay, so got my gong here, been cleansing, clearing energy. Yeah, okay, something's coming through you. Opening up. Okay, you've got Zoistite here if you chose this, and Page of Wands. Ooh, launching. You're opening. This is definitely for more creative expression, more soul expression. And you've completed a time where perhaps you felt that things were a bit more stagnant, maybe even stuck, or slowed down, or like you had to keep repeating some kind of pattern, repeating some kind of learning lesson. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of humdrum with the life. Something is moving forward and you are moving forward. And there is a lot of freedom, especially in this Page of Wands. I love this Page of Wands for what I'm channeling for you. It's a recognition of energy cycles. And this is saying to ride the momentum, but also to open up to the momentum. It's a flow that you're riding, but you have created it by tapping into a vortex of energy within your environment, within your relationships, and of course, within the universe. Now, Zoistite brings a clearing of negative energy or over density. And it is also very much about creativity and self-expression. It's about clear communication. It's about seeing oneself more clearly and honoring the uniqueness of your soul expression, the uniqueness of your being. So I do feel with this group, one of the things that your soul self, your higher self, is launching for you is not caring as much, not over censoring, not over trying to figure out, not over trying to pace. You could say even more authentic, whatever that means to you, more genuine expression or response. And this definitely has a lot to do, especially with Zoistite here, with some kind of form of communication. It could even be a creative expression. I don't know why I even feel like maybe a book or something that goes into some kind of form that represents you. Like, this is what I'm about. This is my path. This is my unique take on things. Okay, so we've got Page of Wands here, and we have the Sun. Okay, I did not look at these cards. A lot to do with creativity here, Leo energy. And Page of Wands, again, we've got wand energy, inspiration, upliftment. But there's movement, soul light. So if you've been thinking about, I really want to do this, or I should do this, or how should I approach this, you get the answer, you get the download, but it's going to come through freeing up and being more spontaneous. And we have Six of Wands. Oh, God, look at all these wands. Ace of Wands. Then we have the Star. Ten of Cups underneath the Sun. I'm going to get the cards out because I'm getting information, but I just want to link it in or connect it into the cards that I'm getting for you, okay? All right, so light. Okay, we got the King of Swords, Seven of Wands underneath the Ace of Wands. Third eye focus there. Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, Cancerian energy, Seven of Pentacles, the Fool. Okay, let's move these over. Oh, okay, I'm getting another message. Okay, let's do it this way. Because there's some door that opens, new insight or awareness that brings hope. So if you've been feeling like I don't feel very hopeful right now, this shift in energy that's coming through. And this is launching kind of a more, like you've gotten to this certain level. And the message that I'm getting is, okay, now I have more hope. Something is going to happen that's going to bring more hope. And that makes more sense. Six of Wands. The Fool. Yeah, something new begins. And I'm really connecting to those eyes there. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. You have hope, optimism for what you're creating or building, your vision. Okay, and then we've got the Chariot, the Three. Okay, so there's also going to be somebody helping you, but this is using the mental power or empowerment. Something from the past, Two of Wands. Okay, let's connect in for you, Soul Light. Beautiful, okay. So clearly what you're launching is going to bring more optimism in your life. This is a launching some new level of inspiration, moving to inspired action, but also optimism, feeling better, more joy, more focus on your creativity, more time for creativity, projects, creative expression. And also I do feel like there is something definitely about communication with this group. That some of your projects definitely have to do with communicating, a blog, a vlog, something that you're putting out there in the world that is expressing your particular point of view. And I'm looking at this Two of Wands. It's like you're looking at things that are happening in the world and you're wanting perhaps to put a different spin on it or a different perspective. Now, this could also come from wherever it is that you're working, right? Whatever field that you're working in. It could be even in your family. You know, if you're joining in with your family and you're like, oh my God, they always think this way or they say this, I'm going to bring a new perspective. I'm going to bring in a new approach. And so you're freeing up to not only show more of yourself and be more authentic, be more genuine in your responses, you're going to find yourself much, much less censored and therefore happier. And drawing in the kinds of relationships that I feel are more on your intellectual level, philosophical, intellectual level. Also spiritual level, but I feel with this group, there's also this idea that I want to converse with other people. I want to connect. I want to hang out. I want to join in. I want to create community or join community. Okay, so you're in this building phase. And what's happening now? Your higher self, right, is connecting with others. So this is a long process. You're not done. This is more. You have more to do, more to share, more levels, more expanded expression and experience. But you're going to get now the energy to push forward. You're going to get the openings. You're going to get the breakthroughs. You're going to get some acclaim that validates and confirms where you're at and what you're doing so that you can go to this next level. And I do see success. So if you're working on a project or you're putting something together, I'm getting a lot of different things here, even nonprofits, humanitarian, philosophical focus. I'm getting a lot also with meditating and connecting in. Some of you are teachers and you're going out more, you're building something. Some of you, this actually has to do with some kind of domestic situation or living situation. But what's starting to move now is that you're feeling more uplifted or hopeful about something and or someone in your life, some situation, some circumstance that's right here in the present. And Page of Wands brings other people that are very inspiring also, that can be helpful to you, but also inspiring to you. And I do feel like the relationships that you're going to be drawing in are going to be much more mirroring kind of this individual, maybe highly intuitive, empathic, spiritual, creative, expressive part. So you're going to start seeing more people in your life that's like inspiring you to go in a particular way. They may even want to join with you with projects or do something together. That's also another focus. It's not necessarily, some of it might be you, that you're just opening up more. Now, this can also bring a focus with children, either teaching children. Some of you, this could be you have children or you're going to have children. Or I'm also hearing a children's book or something that is for young adults or children. Now, this could be an app, a program, a book. I'm getting a lot of different things with this group, but the biggest thing that I'm getting is this launch, this next level for you with the soul aspect is freeing up. It's like, I'm not going to be restrained anymore or constrained. I'm not going to censor. I'm just going to say it like it is. I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this. So you're being asked to be more playful, to open up. And that's also open up in relationship also. This could be opening up in love or just a loving life. You're being asked to be more heart-centered and heart-opened. And also to integrate your intuition in whatever it is that you are doing in your life, is to bring the intuition in more. Now, you have the Sun card, right, is Leo. Star is Aquarius. So Leo, Aquarius, again, using what you're doing, your self-expression, your soul expression, your creativity, or creative approach for humanity or within a specific community and or group. Then you have the Fool here, you have the Chariot, right? So we have Uranus energy here, this opening. Definitely you're moving in a new level. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of passion and purpose with this group. You're kind of really on fire. I also feel it's affecting how you look or your energy, that you're very fiery, but also very magnetic as well. So it's a nice combination. You're really opening up, and people are really seeing more and more the genuine you. And then we have, of course, the Chariot, the Cancerian energy, which is bringing in success. But it's success that is connected to the heart. It's also connected to some perhaps kind of nurturing or care or taking other people into account. Let's see what areas are being opened. So we have Jupiter here, the planet in the house, third house. Your potential to learn something in your local neighborhood. Okay, so this tells me your confidence, the expansion comes through, like I had said earlier, writing. It comes through some kind of form of communication. Of course, in Zoistite helps with communication. So you're going to be communicating freer, less censored, and that's greatly going to impact whatever you're doing, whatever you're sharing. The third house also has to do not just with neighborhood or, kindred souls, kindred spirits, siblings. It's also social media. And it's also the ability to move around. So you might find yourself moving more, or moving a neighborhood, or moving out of the neighborhood at some place. And again, that's that Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a call to new life. Like, what inspires you? What brings more joy? What makes you happier? And that's that Six of Wands as well. Not just success and validation or acknowledgement. Six of Wands also has a lot to do with faith, trust. So I just heard Spirit is going to give you something to trust that's going to bring in, ooh, look at that, Moldavite rolled over. Ooh, okay, they want me to underscore that something is going to be sudden, that you have some kind of breakthrough, some kind of new level. And that's what this reading is all about for you. There's a new level. This is not like, oh, this is done, this is over, this is completed. There's an arc to this reading. There's an arc to what you're experiencing. There's an arc. It's not, you're like in the middle, and maybe you got a little draggy, but I don't see or feel any draggy energy with you. I think you're handling things really well. I think some kind of early training or upbringing has helped you. Okay, so we've got set intentions. I love that. But let's put that over here. So your success is going to come through also working on yourself. There could be refinement. There's this gradual progress, but you are going to have some kind of push, breakthrough, accommodation, confirmation. Okay, so story number 1. All forms of communication. Okay, here we've got the introspection, and I find that interesting. There's the Seven of Wands, which is courage, the courage to go within. So for you, setting intentions, and then, ooh, I see the message. Set intentions and go within and let your higher self guide you to the most spontaneous, genuine, authentic response, or most authentic, genuine project, prospect, job, job choice, career, place to live. So you're really, this is a seamless connection between your inner knowing, your third eye focus, becoming more psychic, even clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyant, where you're seeing the vision, but you're feeling it out before you're making decisions. And then look what we have here. We move into celebration. That's at Six of Wands. Okay, and then fertility and growth. So this makes sense. This is a time of growth, but this is like, yes, you're on the right path. You're on the right track. This is a confirmation of this. But, you know, no matter what, if I don't care if it's job, career, health, relationships, jobs, you know, anything in general, life in general has peaks and valleys, ups and downs, things that get slow, things that speed up. You're about to go into a quickening. You are also getting some kind of momentum. And the message I'm getting from you, Spirit, is saying, look, you need to keep the momentum. And your higher self is right there. Something's going to give you a boost, or has just given you the boost. Okay, let's see what we got. I feel an energy with you for sure. Oh, look at that. Abundance. When your heart's intentions is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. Page of Wands, Sun, Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Star card. So this is for you to connect in really with the whole idea of that which I do is of service. I am in service to humanity no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm shifting or changing and healing in consciousness, I'm creating something, but I feel like you're to align with that. Oh, look at this. Moon, divine feminine cycles, rebirth. That's where you're going. And it's very interesting because you've got these moon cycles. You've got the waxing moon, the waning gibbous, and the full moon. And then Berkana for growth. Okay, let's take one more. No, I think that's it. Let's just do Astro Dice. I'm going to move on. I'm going to keep these a little bit quicker. These are just like Page of Wands energy. Oh, wow. Mars. There we go. Fire. Mars in Capricorn, creating a new structure in the 9th house. I love that. The Sagittarius energy. Okay. 9th house, philosophy. Bring in your philosophy, your spirituality. I feel like some of you you could be sharing a new philosophy or your take on spirituality or what works with you. You could also be writing a book or putting something out there in the world based on psychology, you know, higher dimensional aspects of being, spirituality, spiritual practice. This could tie in yoga or some kind of energy movement. But a lot with this group, definitely with writing and communicating, is very highlighted. And also not censoring oneself. The communication, this is a lot of also, I feel, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th chakra, 6th chakra opening. And that opening, because I do feel you're very connected, 7th chakra and above. Now it's just taking that energy, that spiritual energy, and grounding it more, right? Coming from spirit, coming from your spiritual essence and the matrix of your soul. This is time now to let your higher self lead and guide you. Because you have work to do, soul light. You have stuff to do. You have stuff to create. You have stuff to share. This is like the momentum is coming in, but it's going to come in a new way of expressing yourself that is much freer, that's more soul aligned, more energetically attuned. You're going to be paying attention more to your biorhythms as well. Okay, beautiful soul light, your soul insights mantra is I move in my soul timing, rhythm, and flow. And as I move in my soul flow, I experience and express through abundance and love. That's it. There's something, abundance and love. There's something for you also with that. You doing your creative expression is a form of love. You're expressing love. I love you. Lots of love and light. And oh, yes. If you haven't already, I'd love if you would subscribe, want to leave a comment. I think in this one, put fire emojis, heart emojis, fire and heart. Horse, I get a lot with horse energy. Even though this is a timeless reading, this next coming year should be a lot more happening, a lot more perhaps travel and movement and joining with others. And for some, there could be a new relationship or a return. I won't get all into that, but you're not here to just shoulder everything on your own. If you feel like it, I think, can you hype? I saw that on some video. I don't know. Anyway, do what you like, do what you will. Share the video if you feel it could help someone else. And I hope to see you in another reading. Lots of love and light. Hello, Radiant Soul. Whoa, I feel drumming and sound baths would be great for you. Or get a sound bowl if you don't have one. You've been through a lot, beautiful soul. A lot, a lot, a lot. This is my group that's gone through a lot of healing. And chrysocolla could be a lot of emotions. You could have gone through a lot of loss and an emotional time. But you're transmuting that emotional energy. Something is purifying. I'm getting the energy like after the rain, or in life, a little bit of rain has to fall. Well, sometimes rainstorms are coming in. If you feel, oh, see, look at that tower at the bottom. Okay. And I think you got the most, I don't know if you got the most cards. Okay, Page of Cups. So this new sensitivity, heart healing is coming in. And also, if you've been thinking, I love this card for this, I'll never do that again, or I'm never going to meet someone, or I'm going to never have the life I want, or the husband, the boyfriend, the girlfriend. It's never going to happen for me, or it'll happen when pigs fly. Pigs are flying on this card, okay? This isn't just only up in the air. Page of Cups, this is about you transcending something. This is about some hurt, some pain, some distrust, some deep emotional healing in all the ways. You know, this could be temporally, you know, in this material world. This can be through family. This can be through a particular relationship or relationships. You have come here to learn about relationship, to experience and express through relationship. Chrysocolla also has to do with sound, frequency, tone, singing. And so I feel for you, tone, singing, even movement and dance, but especially be mindful of what you're listening to, what you're taking in, the vibes that you're taking in. I feel like this is my group also, that you could be empaths. You could be very sensitive to the vibes, to the feelings, and that could have caused you to be a bit hypersensitive, and always perhaps even not just checking in with people, you know, verbally, mentally, emotionally feeling things out, but psychically, that your energy has kind of spilled out. Okay, so we've got the 10 of Pentacles. I'm going to take them as they're coming out. Wait a minute. Sorry, so late. I got the message. It's this way. Yep, there we go. Tower. Makes more sense. Oh, see, I didn't look at any of these cards except I took the page. Look at that. Eight of Swords, Three of Swords. Yeah, you've had a lot of breakdown to break through, to move forward. That Mars energy, there's been some harshness in relationship, harsh words, harsh circumstances. We're going to see why is that, but you've come through. Four of Pentacles underneath the Page of Cups. And we've got the Knight of Cups, High Priestess. Okay, completing a cycle. Let's look and just as I said that, Four of Wands. So what have you learned, Ten of Swords, by the betrayal, by going within? Well, you've learned that you're on this earth plane, and no matter what heartache, heartbreak, or disappointments, you got to get out there again. The world needs you. And you want to be seen again, held again. You know, you want to get out there. And if this is a particular person that's really hurt, or I'm seeing kind of more emotionally, there is an apology coming. You've been working on forgiveness. And this could be you forgiving for some of you, and others it's definitely somebody's saying that they're sorry. And it may not come, it may be verbal. Some of you, it may be through a dream or in the astral plane, especially if it's a family member on the other side. And for many of you, it's going to be some kind of email or text, or you could even bump into this person. You're going to hear good news. When we go look at Empress, you're going to hear good news that tells you, oh, I didn't know they thought that of me, or that they really cared. So someone was in your life that really wreaked havoc because of where they were at, their wounding. 3 of Cups. I'm also hearing the name Charles. I don't know who that is, but if that fits, Charlie, Charles. We've got a few things. King of Pentacles. And then we've got the 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. You go from the 5 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles and the King of... So this has impacted your sense of worthiness, worth, belonging. This has impacted your finance or what you feel like you've had. Some of you, I feel, got stuck with something, a bill or something happened from someone else that you had to make payment. So you've had a little bit of, there's been some unfairness that you've had to pick up the pieces, or you've had to help someone and then they didn't help you, or you've been the one that had to work a lot or be the quote unquote earner, you know, or even to take care, not just financially, but emotionally. So you're seeing things differently or more clearly. I'm really feeling with this group to say, work with sound, tone, mantra meditation. Mantra will break up density. So will, you know, working with a gong, sound bowls, tones. What is it? 424, 724 hertz. Work with, you know, hypnotherapy recordings as you go to sleep, or subliminals. But you're very sensitive to sound, tone, and frequency, and that can really work for you. Okay, so we've got this Mars, Pisces. So Mars and Pisces. And we have here the Empress energy, Venusian energy. So we got that. I always look at the High Priestess a bit as moon, right? So there's a lot subconsciously that's been clearing with you, Soul Light, and this is bringing a heart opening and a bit more sensitivity. I feel heartbreak, heartache to heart opening. And you're going to be just feeling much more peaceful, much more connected, much more aligned. Some new directions in the next few months that are opening are going to be very fruitful for you financially. The level of abundance and prosperity coming in. And I also feel that you're going to be feeling better about yourself. Again, I'm getting kind of like at some point going through some kind of relationship that just, you know, maybe you didn't feel so good about yourself, or you know, stayed in bed a lot, or on the couch eating potato chips, or, you know, wearing just sweats all the time. There's some up-leveling in your life that's coming in. You're really rising above this density, and therefore attracting differently. I really love this for you. You're attracting differently. That's another message. So your life isn't meant to be heart-tried by pain, all this pain and separation. It's like you're kind of yeah, there we look. The part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So you walled yourself off a bit. You have Saturn here. And there's breaking free of some kind of limitation, some kind of understanding of oneself. That's another part. Yeah, you're going to have just a different approach, but the sensitivity, I feel like for you psychically on an emotional level, a deep level within the emotional body, there's been a lot of healing. And that's also somehow going to affect how you live. There's just much more abundance and perhaps even a sense of this person or these people, small group, have my back. You're going to enjoy the little things in life, the small things in life. Now, for some of you, this can bring a map, like a roadmap to retirement or working less, grinding less. I'm getting with this group, there's less grinding. Let me see, why is that? Connecting in. 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 Conn things just start to move. You're in a different cycle. It's interesting. Soul Story number 1, it was a lot about what they're doing. I feel that your healing is very subconscious. It's very much in the inner world. It's very much, astral, etheric, tied to the emotional body. Yes, it could be through counseling and healing, and some of you even some kind of journeys or plant medicine. This is a very strong healing path. This can also be that you're starting to connect into not only the healer within, but to extend out with others to heal. I also feel you're managing your energy better is what I'm getting here. So you're not over getting and giving. You're not overtaking or giving and I just mean like, it's like at one point, you might have been trying to amass a lot of wealth, a lot of something. I don't know if it's things or trinkets and that just didn't work. That a lot of that fell off or fell by the wayside. And it left you in this place of longing, like, what am I really meant to do? What am I supposed to do? Or feeling out of alignment, like, what am I meant to do? And some shift, I really feel this is like a spiritual intervention. This is God intervening. This is a higher self intervention. This is a soul intervention. This is your guardian angel or Gabriel. I get a lot with Archangel Raphael and Gabriel. And Gabriel, of course, the horn, the musician. So the message from Spirit is saying, look, work with sound and tone. Okay, we got 2 cards that came out. Vesta, the goddess within your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. Maybe that's what you're connecting with. Like, I don't have to overgive. I don't have to overdo it. I don't have to overstretch. Or I've stretched enough. Now I'm going to go within. I'm going to take care of me. So this is telling me with Vesta, this is deep healing within and healing the divine feminine that you got overused. You really relied, doesn't matter man or woman, you've really relied a lot. In fact, a lot of this reading could be male. The overdoing aspect, it's like that's balancing out now. Look at this with the Empress, the High Priestess, and the King of Pentacles. 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. Well, you're not, again, this isn't about grinding. This is also the 10th house. This has to do with your destiny. And look at these stars here. You've got all these stars here, and then you have stars here. This is definitely a group that does a lot of dream work or astral travel. If you're not aware of your dreams, you are traveling a lot in the astral realm and with the dreamscape. You are having other dimensional realities that you're connecting to. And my sense is it's going to start coming out. There's some kind of wisdom or understanding or new idea that's going to come out that you're going to be like, oh, I think I channeled that, or I think I'm living this already. This is also you're connecting in with your future self. So the planet, 10th house, and of course Saturn rules the 10th house. So this is telling me, wow, okay, this has been part of your destiny, Soulite. That's what I got to say. This has been part of your destiny. This is not that you've done anything wrong. You came here not only to heal these patterns, these conditioned response patterns, these patterns of abuse, not being able to take up space, victim, abuser, dominator, invader, dominator, holding your ground, pushing back, all of this. But these patterns, this flow, this type of energetic flow, you have incarnated. You're part of the soul group that's incarnated with this. And you can have other dimensional, past life experience and recall and other planetary. Get a very strong Pleiadian and perhaps even maybe Sirius. Yeah, especially Pleiadian energy. Now, how are you going to use that? This is very powerful, Soulite. I had no idea. I mean, the energy that I'm feeling from this group, it's like Earth Angel, Earth Guardian. It's a very strong energy. And I feel like you had this strength within, but it's been tested on the Earth plane until you've molded and reformed yourself in a way that your abundance comes from within, your inner abundance. You're like, okay, abundance is me. I'm tapped in. I'm aligned, attuned to the frequency of abundance. I'm aligned to abundance. That's why I think you're going up to get your information, your insight. You're rising above whatever somebody's saying, or the people trying to hold you down or pull you down. You're rising up. Even if it's a part or an aspect of you, you're rising above it. There's something that you're rising above. There's a new direction for you, but it's very subtle. The changes I'm getting are very subtle. It's like a new love, a blossoming love, self-love, self-appreciation, compassion, self-compassion, compassion perhaps even for humanity or certain people that honestly were not so conscious and very wounded, or wounded you, some by mistake and some on purpose. So this is really key for you here, this High Priestess energy, the Empress, and this King of Pentacles. It's like you need to live this in the world. And these are subtle changes that are coming in. A vibe change, right? A vibrational frequency change, an energetic change. I also get Reiki or studying some kind of working with healing light. Again, tone and sound. So much could be musician. And again, this is something is over. Now, if this is heart tried by pain due to a particular person or relationship or type of home situation or circumstance, it does show you healing, forgiving, and moving on, or being healed, forgiven, and moving on. The very much about heart space with that Page of Cups, and having a new sensitivity, a new openness to life, a heart opening, a new gentle opening. This could bring in poetry and journaling, and this can bring in, it's bringing in this lighter essence of you. And there's a different flow that's also coming in for you in your life. So Saturn, the energy is telling me, so like that this is Saturn in the 10th house. This has been your destiny. This is part of your destiny, to heal this part, the giver, the lover within. Okay, and with the Empress energy, right, we have that Libra, Taurus energy. I also get Virgo, so something you've planted, planting seeds, nurturing. This brings in a new level of self-care, care of how you live. I just feel like more of grace coming in, kind of a sacredness and some kind of refining. You've been refined and refining your emotions. So your energetic body, which corresponds to the emotional body, is being refined. Okay, so wow, there we go. Gestation, pregnancy, inner growth, ingwas. This is both an ending and a beginning. This is new life. But this is new. So these feelings are either about to happen for you, this shift, or they're slowly been happening. And at this reading, you're going to recognize it. Because ingwas it's the seed. So you have to nurture the seed of this part of your becoming. Okay, so like that's the message. Nurture the seed of this part of your becoming. And I also feel like this is healing the belonging, what we call belonging button. This is like, you're going to feel like you belong more. You belong where you're at. You belong in the world. You belong in the universe. You belong. You belong. Oh, wow, look at that. See? Joy and harmony. This is the new level. You're going to feel more harmony. You're harmonizing the electromagnetic frequency of you, the field, electromagnetic field, resonating fields, so that you're resonating more with joy and harmony. And look, with this card, it's very open. There's this opening. But you got to remember, it's gentle soul light. It's a gentle opening, okay? This isn't like, boom, a breakthrough, and it's a gentle opening, a gentle becoming. And just as I said that, we have new beginnings, the new moon. So this is going to be a new way of being. So, you're going to test it out a little bit. Maybe with people, you're going to test out like, oh, I don't have to guard myself so much or be so you're going to be much more open. I'm wondering if you had a 3-eye atlas connection, because I'm getting this is a lot with 3-eye. Okay, look at this. 2 came out, so let's take them both. And we've got take action, and we got intuition, but I get the intuition comes first. So you're learning to bring things back to you, to integrate, to have your realization, your insight, your aha. You're learning, bring it back to me, bring it back to the higher self, bring it back to my intuition. I don't owe anybody to do snap decisions or snap responses. This is a new way of being. It's okay to say, oh, let me think about that. Okay, let me get back to you. You know, again, this is bringing in a new kind of loving kindness. It's very beautiful energy. Thank you for letting me tune in for you and with you, because I do get with this group a very kind of gentle, it's Cancerian a little bit energy, but it's the Pisces. It's the High Priestess, transcendence. Yes, rising above. Transcend your mind's limitations and allow your soul's light to truly shine. Ace of Swords, my love. Yes. So transcending a mental construct about yourself and your life, a belief, this is always going to happen to me, this is the way it always happens. You're transcending limitations. You're rising above mental, emotional thought processes, how you feel about something, your expectations, you're expecting better. You're transcending your mind's limitations. And this allows your soul's light to truly shine, okay? That sensitivity, like, because you are very sensitive. I'm very empathic, empath here. Highly sensitive. Again, because you had to be. So there's this hypervigilance. So it's like, okay, let me catch my breath. Let me check it out. Let me feel it out. And that's okay. That's a great thing to do. This is not about making snap decisions right now. Okay, this new essence is giving yourself time, giving yourself this space, the energy. Whoa, that just flew out. Okay, we'll take them both. Align with your full mission. Assist and teach. You're a master teacher. And Alcyon. Okay, so another starseed card. Anchoring unconditional love. There you go. Ascension and awareness. That's what you're doing, Soul Light. Let's put that here. You're ascending out of the extremes of duality, out of the density, too much density. You're going to have just the right mixture of density within your electromagnetic geometrical shape field, however you want to look at it. So anchoring unconditional love, ascension, and awareness. You can teach or assist this. Whatever you've been going through has been to help, has been to teach. Even if it's one-on-one or, you know, a little wisdom talk with someone, it doesn't always have to be so formal, right? Okay, let's see what we got for soul story number 2. Attuning to this frequency and aligning to this message of transcendence, ascension, ascending beyond right or wrong, victim consciousness, abuser, victor. You know, it's like this polarity, like your boundaries being invaded, you being invaded. There's this rising above, getting the message through joy and harmony. Let's put these up here. I kind of want him seen, because I feel like there's this quiet confidence coming in for you. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, remember I said Cancer. We got Cancer. I knew. Home life. Oh, Jupiter in Cancer. Yeah, so you're going to see Jupiter in Cancer in the second house. There's that Taurus energy with the Empress there. You're going to see that this is like a skill set. This is like a soul gift. Or, yeah, I came in very, you know, balanced or very sensitive or very aware, and maybe that got developed by certain relationships or my family or family dynamics or this or that, or I worked on this, but it's actually a gift. So you're going to see that some of what you've gone through is actually a gift. You're going to start getting the gift of what you've gone through, the learning lesson, the wisdom, the learning, and being able to move on, Soul Light. You're, again, transcending, you're rising above. And that Jupiter in Cancer brings a deep connection of, you know how to take care of yourself now. You know what good self-care is for you. Self-love, self-nurturing, self-care. And you can do that for others, and you can help others as well. So I also feel like a family life like either friends that are like family, or your family life is also improving, is getting much more healed, and there's a supportive energy. But you're here to bust a mental construct of some kind of limitation, and you're ascending beyond the wounding holding you down. All right, Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra is, I've done the deeper healing within and without, on deep levels within, and I am ascending and expanding in through love, consciousness, and an awareness of my interconnectedness to everything and everyone. It is safe for me to express as my soul, and it is safe for me to love. That's what this is all about, Soul Light. You loving yourself and you loving others. Love and light. Hello, beautiful soul. This is soul story number 3. All right, okay. You've got Sunstone here. Let's see what you have going on. Page of Swords. Let me connect in. Whew. Clearing the air. Clarity coming in. This new launch, this new level for you. A lot more clarity coming in. Clearing up, clearing up. This could be communications, misunderstandings. You're getting on the same page with someone, or you're on that page, I'm on this page. You're getting a lot of clarity that's coming in. This goes over here, this goes over there. I'm organizing this, I'm doing this, not this. Yeah, there's a lot of restructuring in your life in a routine, scheduling, 3D way, and you're going to make something work for you. Now, I feel that has to do, Sunstone is, it's creativity, it's self-expression, it's creative projects, but it's the ability to shine more or do more of what you want. It's the ability to let yourself kind of flower, maybe even sometimes be seen. It also brings in a nice level of, I just heard, self-control in the right way, but also issues of self-esteem, self-value, valuing oneself for what one is contributing. So if you're contributing something, you're going to see it more valuable. You're going to start seeing what it is that you're bringing to kind of the quote-unquote buffet table of life. Like you're really going to understand your gifts. Okay, we got the Knight of Swords. Let's see what we got. So let's look at that Page of Swords. This can be moving more into an expert position, but you're doing it interesting in a different way, or an interesting way. That the message I get from this Page of Swords is you're lightening up, that you're getting less and less heavy. You're wanting to do something different. Now, for some of you, this could even be going back to school, or retraining in something, or taking some kind of test. You do well, you pass the test, and this is a life test, but what you've learned is getting you through a difficult patch. And I feel like for a lot of you, that difficult patch has been the things you just couldn't clearly see what was going on. There was a reason for that. So we've got the Ace of Cups. I'm going to put the cards out unless I get a real quick ping on this. Wow, Emperor. Oh, you've got 2 aces. Wow. You're getting a lot of clarity. This group, I feel a whole shift. I don't know what you've been doing. Healing, inner work, studying something, training, evaluating, reevaluating yourself and what you do and what you're focused on. But this group, you're definitely busting out of some kind of mold, some kind of box, something that held, kind of limited you, especially with that Emperor, the 4 energy. This is taking on something new. I feel like it's an idea that you've had for a very long time, and you've kind of been sitting with it or nurturing it. You might have worked on it a little bit, but I feel like you're about to put it out there. Now, some of you, this is literally writing, directing, putting something out there in physical form in the world, in the universe, in the interwebs, right? The internet, interwebs, whatever, online. There's a lot to do with commerce, business, how you see yourself. There's an up-leveling in how you see yourself. And look, we got Ace of Pentacles there. It's definitely a good idea. And Queen of Swords, Two of Cups. We got another page. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, new business idea. Well, this also brings in, by the way, I got to tell you, by you doing what you're doing, you're going to be seen. This is bringing in either some kind of representation, an agent, a helpmate, a new relationship, or those of you that are in an existing relationship, your mate could say, hey, let's invest in this. Let's invest in you. Let's really, because I'm definitely getting something about an online business here, very strongly. Psychically, I can't help it. The oversouls and the guys are pushing and saying, yeah, this is both, which is interesting because you've got the Page of Swords and then the Page of Pentacles. Something becomes tangible, becomes a reality. Something finally stabilizes enough or anchors enough that it becomes a reality. But you have the blueprint, and there we go with Judgment. Look at these cards. Judgment, the Wheel. Then we have the Knight of Wands. Then we have the Magician. This is extremely powerful energy. You've got the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, a lot of people around you also. Wow, okay. Spiritually based business. This is something, this could be merchandise. Then we got the Seven of Cups. Okay, then, so something moves forward. A good idea, or someone comes in your life that says, hey, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you with this. So you have a lot of projects. You have a lot of things that you want to do in your life. You have a lot that you want to accomplish. So you're going to start paring it down. You're going to start, and if not yet, write it down, or do a storyboard even. A vision board, more a storyboard, because I feel like you need to bring some kind of tangible, chronological awareness to what it is you're doing, Soul Light. Okay? You really are a master creator, builder, master manifester. You're a visionary. You're an artist. Your soul came here to envision things and come together with others. You came here to create. You came here to share. Whether this is clients or customers or merchandise or product or, I don't know, selling a how-to or online or blogging or ebooks or Substack, whatever it is, you're going to have a lot always to balance. So it's not necessarily that you are, because you love creating, you love sharing. You got the Magician and the Nine of Cups, with the King of Wands. This could even be creating some kind of manual or how-to book. I don't want to give too many examples because I'm looking at the energetic frequency, and how you decide to channel it, use it, will be up to you. Because I'm getting so much with this group. I'm actually even working with seniors, working with production, working with, I don't know if it's like a midwife, doula, or with fertility. I'm getting so many groups, healers, healing, speaking. But I am getting that you are going to have some kind of assistant or support or manager or representative. It could even be a lawyer, because you may have some legal documents. There might be some contracts that I'm seeing that come in. Someone could want to join. It could be, a company with you, what they say, brand. I hate that it's a brand, but you know what I mean. It could be a company or a group, or you could be offered to do something like, hey, we want you to join in this, or I'm representing so-and-so, will you do this? Anything for you that has to do with maximizing your potential is happening. And there is a lot to do also with, talking or conversation or communication, teaching, sharing, mentoring, moving into more leadership, becoming more of an authority, allowing yourself to move in an authoritative way in your life, but still very heart-centered, Soul Light. Now, you also have, I can see why the Sunstone is here. I just interrupted myself because you had to overcome some either doubt or fear or insecurity, but I don't see that now. And if you're watching this reading and you're going, oh, I'm not there yet, Michelle, then you're going to be 2, 3, 4 months max. I don't know. Something is pushing you. I also do think something you do or share takes off, or you get enough validation or confirmation that, oh, this helps someone, or this is on the right track. Now, I want you to be mindful because you have quite a few major arcana here. And you have the aces. Pages are beginnings, but they're announcements into a new stage or level in life, right? And Page of Swords a lot to do with learning, but also teaching, and also very much about communication and very much about clearing the air, which comes here that the clearing the air is not going to just stay local to you and what you're doing. It's going to translate into projects or people you're spending time with, certain relationships, and what you're doing in the day-to-day. You're going to want to cut through. And the Knight of Swords with the Eight of Wands is really reinforcing that. So you have Aries energy here, right, with the Emperor, 4 energy. Then we have the Judgment, right? And then you have, I think that's the World, right? The Wheel. Okay, the Wheel and the Magician. So this is it's not a huge cycle. It's like you're already in the flow of this, but it does put you in some type of vantage point. And also an understanding of what you've learned or what you've studied. It's like, well, I am enough. I'm prepared enough. I'm ready for this, okay? So I do feel this is kind of with the Judgment here and the Knight of Wands. This is an inner calling. This is you following some inner drive, and the nudge, the urge, the spiritual urge, getting nudged by your higher self, by spirit, by God, getting a calling. Oh, I just felt I should go here. I just felt I should do this. I just felt I should post this. I just felt I should write. Oh, I just felt I should do this. I just felt I want to learn this. Oh, I learned this, and now I just feel like I want to share this. So really trust not just your mind right now and the ideas that you're getting and the clarity, but is what you're getting mentally aligning vibrationally? Is it aligning to your intuition and your feeling, your gut knowing, right? The King of Cups. And so it's like you're finding your own rhythm. And I feel like I'm also hearing you're documenting something. The Seven of Cups here, don't let that worry you. It's not necessarily indecision. It's just you have a lot to do. But even with this clarity that's coming up and the air gets cleared, and you make some decisions of what you're going to work on or focus on next, or first and then next, you're still going to have a list. So for you, definitely always write down, I'm going to do this or this project, that project, I'm going to go here, wish list, what is it called? Bucket list, to-do list. Write it all down, and then every now and then take time to look at it, like right before even bed, look at it and then go to sleep and go, okay, it's all in divine timing. Because your soul is meant to create a lot or do a lot or experience a lot. This could even be, I wanted to travel, I wanted to do this, I wanted to make this, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, Spirit is saying it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It's just that there's a time and timing for everything. So you've got both timing here with the Knight of Wands and physical time, the mundane time, how long it takes to do something, or how much time in a day, or, and so you're going to be playing around with that time versus timing, right? And this Judgment is saying it's time for you to achieve something that really makes you feel not just joyful and happy, like well accomplished, like this is what I put out there in the world. This is what I did. The money, the gifts, and which I do feel with this group, there's a new revenue stream because you've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, that's going to bring in the Ten of Pentacles. This is an ongoing revenue stream, but it's just in the beginning, so you need to nurture it. You need to take a look. Now, for some of you, this is a new health regime or a new path, some new project or some new part of your ritual or your schedule or your routine that's starting to pay off. It could even be nutrition, diet, a certain way of eating. It's paying off, but it's going to take time, right? It's going to take, I would say 2, 3, 4 months and 8 months time from whenever you're seeing this. There's a big change, a big payoff for you. And definitely this stream coming in, whatever you're doing or going to be doing in the next 2 to 3 months, anchors this energy. It stabilizes it. It makes something that you're doing more consistent. You can count on it more. It starts accruing and or building. Some of you, this could be savings. Like you're able to take that chunk, a certain amount from what you see. That's the same pentacle right here, this disc. You're taking it down and now it's over here and you're using it. You're investing. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in equipment. You're investing in whatever, something that you want. You're investing in something that pays off. This is not frivolous spending. Now, that doesn't mean you don't buy some little something here and there that you want. But for the most part, you're saving up for some bigger or larger purpose, or a purchase that aligns to your soul's purpose or business or spiritual business or as a soul entrepreneur, as a teacher. Again, this could be like a camera, right? This could be editing equipment. This could be a house, a car. I don't know. It's different things for different people. I would say it has something to do that enhances your life, enhances your mind, enhances your health. It's your saving for something that enhances what you already do or are doing. It could be a second part to what it is that you want to do or what you want to create, right? It could be, okay, now I have enough to do this. It's piece by piece, it's bit by bit, but you are making something become more steady, more anchored, more stable, reliable, more consistent. That's what you want. You want consistency in your projects, in your relationships, in your money situation, in your career, in your job. You want consistency, and that is coming. That's going to be a big shift for you, is this consistency. Now, the message again from Spirit, though, is just because there's consistency doesn't mean there's not new things coming in or things that you'd let go of. New things come in, old things go by the wayside, or you put something on the side burner or back burner. It's and the more you come from your heart with whatever you're doing, well, okay, here we go, Aries. The energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading, impulsive action is likely. Well, that's the Knight of Wands, but it's still your very pace. So you're going to know, when do I do something quickly? When do I throw that out there? When do I call? When do I do this? When do I just pick up and go over here? When do I try this? But the overall is very steady with these little bursts, okay? So let's see. Wow, I really like this reading. This is powerful because it's making the visions a reality and joining perhaps with others or someone coming to help you. Okay, just as I said that, we've got Aquarius. This energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Well, that's Page of Swords. That's King of Wands, to some degree the Magician, and that's Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, this freedom, rebellion. So you're being asked to not to get stagnant and get stuck. Don't get in the thing, oh, I always do it this way and this is the way that it works. No, you need to keep being spontaneous. That's working for you, right? And then we've got Neptune energy. I'm going to look at the house too. Your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. Well, I think your higher self, that's Seven of Cups. It's going to always be realistic what you either have the time, energy, money, or focus or bandwidth for. That this group, you're definitely you're shaping your reality. You're creating a new reality. Let's see in what area and is being most affected. And the sixth house, I told you had to do with, and it was upside down, the work, health, and duty area. So you're freeing up in your routine. It would not surprise me if you didn't have something impacting your sixth house in your chart. Saturn transiting there. Is there some kind of... So again, this is pacing. This is, to some degree, that Nine of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles has sprouts underneath it, seedlings. You have to nurture, and then the Page of Pentacles. You have to nurture what you're doing by your routine. the work, the health, the duty part of your life. Sixth house, that could bring in little pets. There could be a little animal being coming to stay with you or visit you, or you're gifted, or you, I don't necessarily feel buying. That could be too, but it could be that you rescue. I do see a lot more walking and a lot more outdoors or running, and or of course yoga is here, maybe even Pilates. Very much the body-mind connection is very emphasized in this group. Like they're working better together. Like, oh, I want to create, I want to do this, but I'm not going to stay up till 12 a.m. or 4 a.m. or whatever, or 3 a.m. or 12 a.m. I'm going to rest. I'm going to get outside. I'm going to take care of my body, because when I take care of my body, I'm taking care of my mind, the magician. So you're going to have the time to do more of it is that you want to do. There's something you're going to be changing in your schedule that allows you to focus on some of these projects, interests that could be. It's something life enhancing. So whatever that is for you, I don't know if it's a hobby, but it may, oh, I love doing that because it makes me feel so good. You know, I really enjoy it because your happiness, you're realizing that your inner joy, your happiness when you're doing a certain activity, that is healthy. You got those healthy hormones, right? The happy hormones. Being with people you love, oxytocin released, right? Give yourself a hug. Self-hugging releases the same oxytocin as the bonding hormone, right? As when someone else hugs you. So you hugging yourself, you're releasing the oxytocin. Dopamine from healthy, you know, feeling good about yourself, feeling good, you know, endorphins, exercise, being outdoors, doing something you love doing, that you lose track of time. So your sixth house with whatever's coming. Now, this may mean that this new revenue stream or source is going to take up more time. Or you're going to have more time to do it, or it's going to be taking up more time. Oh, I'm excited about these. I've got one more reading too that the guides are giving me. I love this. Trying to get some shorter reads in, some little hits. As I'm doing my own readings or reading for clients, I'm in this vibe. Okay, so we've got generosity and balance, Gibu. I think you're going to feel things are more aligned. I get less pressure with this group, okay? There's some patience. Okay, these all came out. Let's see what we got here. Destruction, crisis. Hagalaz. Okay, this is your freeing up. Take action. Okay, when you have the time, take the action. When things free up, take the action. Create, put it out there. Do you know what it is, Soul Light? This group, you got to get out. If you haven't done this yet, here's your message. You've got to get out of, I do this from 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 or 11 to 12, or I only do this on weekends. With the Knight of Wands, you're being asked to focus more on spontaneous action. And I feel a lot of people are getting that message. I'm seeing that a lot in readings, which I tend to do a lot. So I love hearing that because that is more the soul. It's based on timing when you feel inspired or you have the energy or the time to do something. So don't be afraid to like even contact a friend last minute, you know, like, oh, hey, I want to connect. Are you ready? You want to come over? You want to do this? You want to walk? You want to go for a run? You want to go to a movie? I don't know, whatever. Want to come over, watch? Just, this is like, it's a little bit it's just spontaneity. It's kind of moving with your flow, your inspiration. You know, you've got a great idea. Let me do this. Okay, we got here. Oh, feel wealth and abundance. Wow. 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So this, whatever you've learned, you're going to be put in a position, I feel, to be some kind of leader or mentor, teacher, maybe assisting others or helping others. Could be by example. But also it's whatever it is that you're focused on, or I don't know if it's investing, I don't know if it's work, a job, a career, you are meant to have more abundance and more wealth, and you're building. Okay, you're building this wealth. Okay, pay attention also to your dreams. So let's see, message for soul story number 3. Yeah, you don't be afraid of the space. You're going to have more space, but it's going to get filled up again. This space is so that you can focus on something you really want to do or create. Now I'm getting to, let's see what we got here. Ooh, raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. Yeah, how you want to express this light is up to you, soul light. And I'm going to take one more because I got this. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. That's also Page of Swords, because you're viewing the signs mentally. So you need to start taking action on what you're receiving, the inspiration into inspired action, the signs. What are you receiving? I don't know if it's through dreams. I don't know if it's something you're seeing, if it's something you keep going back to, or something it's like, oh, I really like that, or I wish I could do that, or I should call them, or I should do this, or I should text this, or I should put, whatever it is, you need to take action right now. Because I feel like you're here, and then there's this like pot of gold, okay? I'm going to say too, if you want to connect into this reading more, put a pot of gold, a big X, XO, X, wheat. Whoa, that just flew out. Let's see what we got here. Cosmic ocean, travel to deeper depths, shadow transformation. Well, that could be your learning or what you're working on. So if you've felt you had to hold yourself back for whatever reason, or you felt you were being held back. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? I thought so. Look at that. Atlantean energy, past lives, crystal master. Yeah, work with the crystals. Crystals really get, see if any of these crystals call you. Got sunstone for this reading. Work with crystals, but also you're here healing that Lemurian and specifically Atlantean wounding. And you're here to work with bridger, builder, creator, manifester, drawing in, creating the forms, organizations, systems of the new paradigm. So it's the higher vibrational frequency of that Atlantean energy of what we went through. So this is spiritual technology, right? Soul connection, soul activation, spiritual technology. Beautiful soul ray of light. Soul ray. I want to say soul ray, the solar ray of soul story number 3. Lots of money in abundance. I don't care. I didn't come here for this or money or work. Well, it doesn't matter. Some kind of abundance and also financial wealth, if that's what you want. Mercury in Sagittarius, 3rd house, communication. So sharing, talking, networking, joining with others, doing things online, putting yourself out there, that is not only going to be happening, but you need to step out of your comfort zone, even if it's around where you live. Some of you, this could bring in, with Judgment and Wheel, this can bring in travel. With Knight of Wands, this could bring a move into a locale where people are a bit different than you, or you have something specific to learn from them. It could bring it into, interdimensional, other dimensional, interstellar realities, but it can also bring it into like a physicality on the material plane where you could be moving across the globe or moving in a different environment or moving closer to nature. There's some change in your everyday environment or where you find yourself at. You might be drawn more to nature, or drawn more, especially to the mountains or anything that's high up, soul light. Okay, let's see, 3rd house. That's also generosity. So it's also you giving more of yourself in ways that make you happy. Okay, beautiful soul light. Your soul insights mantra is I'm abundance in action through thought, word, and deed. I am love as expression. And I now freely, abundantly, and prosperously express my soul. I now attract life-enhancing situations and relationships to me. You're the frequency of abundance, soul light. This is connecting to that light. Look at that with the Aquarius. So this is a new frequency perhaps for you that you're stepping into, and it could seem like it's kind of a little dark night of the soul, that something had to die or get very stalled or stagnant, but things picking up, things moving. Trust your intuition, beautiful soul. All right, so light, if you think anyone else would resonate with this reading and it could help them, please share. I'd love to connect with more people and bring beautiful souls to the channel, to the community. If you want to connect further, ways to connect with me are in the description box. And any likes and shares, whatever, comments are nice. Also, and it's free. If I don't know if you could do it on my page or not, or my channel, but I've seen it, the hyping. I did it for a couple of videos and I love it. Did this like little emojis in the air. I think they were hearts. Anyway, if you're drawn to that, that would be great. Otherwise, I hope to see you in another reading. Keep shining bright.